everyone, and welcome to Entertainment Scoop. I'm your host, Brittany Johnson, and today we have the voice of Los Angeles herself, Miss Yesi Ortiz, who is the assistant music producer for Power 106, and she also hosts 10 to 3 o'clock every single day, and she found time to come to Entertainment Scoop today and chat with me. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So you were born and raised in Southern California.
Yep.
Who were your favorite artists growing up?
Favorite artist growing up? I had a variety. I'm a very eclectic girl growing up, so I listened to everything.
I see she has a Nirvana jacket on.
I do. I have a Nirvana jacket because Nirvana was one of my favorite bands, and then you had like rock en español, Alejandra Guzman, and you had your R&B folks like Boys to Men.
Now you went to school for broadcasting. Mm-hmm. When exactly did you fall in love with music? Like, did you have a moment where it was like that one song was like, I love hip hop music?
I definitely have a moment of just loving music in general, just because, my mother didn't speak English coming to this country. Mm-hmm. She spoke Spanish. So her way of learning English was listening to English music.
I think that's very true because I feel like I learned a lot of Spanish music listening to Selena.
Oh, yeah. Selena como la flor.
Yeah. Yes. You decided to do basically radio stuff.
Yeah.
But you're gorgeous. Why not go into TV?
When I started going to school for broadcasting, I knew it was music that I wanted to do. Okay. So I was trying to figure out what in broadcasting and music broadcasting I could do. Something more behind the scenes because I was very shy growing up. I was never ever the sexy girl. I was never the oh my god, she's so hot girl. I was always like, oh, she's cute. So I was really shy, and then with radio, I found that I could be in a room by myself, quote unquote by myself, listening to music and just really express myself and just be myself.
Being a female, how is that? Did you have a lot to overcome when you first started? Is like trying to show men like I can do music, I know this too?
Absolutely, because I grew up listening to Lala, Nautica de la Cruz. I heard of Angie Martinez, but she was in New York and I was here in LA. And then I grew up, listening to Big Boy's Neighborhood. Mm-hmm. So Liz was on there, and there was a lot for me, for myself, to prove for myself when I got into it. And then there was the guys who were like, well, let's see what she's all about.
So when did you think you grew out of your shyness?
I think it was probably Power helped me get out of my shyness a lot.
Now, how did you get that opportunity?
With Power, I actually had a friend, just incredible. Shout out to Jake Creddy, who was actually working.
I've heard him DJ a few times.
Yeah, he's on the lift off.
Yeah, clubs sometimes too.
Everywhere. Yeah. He's a scam artist. That dude is everywhere. So he actually got a job at Power 106 first. Mm-hmm. And I had known him because of my days in Vegas, him and Jay Cruz. And then I told him I was making the decision on moving back to LA and possibly working at another radio station here in Los Angeles. And he said, well, send me a demo. Send me what you would sound like. My boss is asking. So I did. And next thing you know, after a few interviews and a few meetings, I got in.
Let's transition to love and hip hop. Mm-hmm. How did you get started with that?
Well, this business is all about networking. Mm-hmm. So it's all about who you know.
Right.
And people had mentioned through the grapevine, oh my God, Love and Hip Hop, it might be coming to LA. And as a matter of fact, who was it? A friend of mine hit me and was like, I'm one of the producers of the show, and let me help you get on. So we kind of did, and it so happened that my manager knew that person as well. And the next thing you know, Ray J reaches out to me and says, yo, you're going to be on the show? Are you? I don't know. Are you? And then it just kind of, started bubbling. And then we interviewed. I interviewed with them. And after a few interviews, meeting with Mona and all the other producers and all the writers, staff, we ended up it just kind of worked.
Sometimes, that thing they always say, like, oh, you have a great face for radio.
Yeah.
But you're like so pretty. So I was like, I can't believe she's like been like behind just a microphone and on the radio with her speakers this whole time.
And I felt that's what I kind of wanted to accomplish. Like, people might not know the face. So I thought this would be a really good platform for that. I mean, it is love and hip hop. And it is in our backyard in Hollywood. How can I not make a presence or some sort of cameo in it or something? So,
is this your transition? Are you trying to transition into TV now, or?
I'm definitely making that move. That's the next step for me, is to make a television move
thank you guys for watching Entertainment Scoop. Please tell them where they can follow you and subscribe or like your pictures.
You can go to my website at yesiortiz.com, at Yesi Ortiz on IG, Twitter, Facebook, but yesiortiz.com for everything that you need to know about me. Hey, what's up? It's Yesi Ortiz, and you're logged on to entertainmentscoop.com.